When the NASCAR Truck Series had its first season in 1995, Mark Martin had established himself as one of the top American stock car drivers. Entering that year, Martin had already won 14 Cup Series races, including the 1993 Southern 500, finished second in the series championship twice, won 17 Sportsman Series races, the championships in IROC in 1994 and the ASA National Tour 4 times. Martin's longtime team, Roush Racing, entered the new NASCAR series in its first season. Following year, Martin began to drive for them there.
It is all but over for Mark Martin. Started from the outside pole and appears set to win it here just a couple of laps from now.
And Butch Miller's taking a look on the inside of the 24 truck. He wants some of Jack Sprague, looks like.
And Kenny Wallace is back there hoping to make something happen as they come to the white flag. One to go. If it's going to happen, it's going to have to happen in the next 20 seconds. Here they are on the final lap.
Butch Miller tried to fake to the outside. Now he's going to look to the inside. But can he get there? Here he comes.
He wrinkled her up a little bit, made the contact, but didn't press it. And as they come off the corner, Mark Martin will win it. Sprague second, Miller third, Wallace fourth, Rutman fifth.
Whose name will be added to the list of winners at Daytona. It started off with Mike Wallace. He's in this field. Then it was Rick Crawford winning in 2003. Also in this field, Bobby Hamilton, our most recent winner in 2005. Can Mark Martin throw his name onto this list this year?
All the drivers in the top 5 right now are not on that list.
Wow. I love watching trucks race on speed, but man, you got to come to Daytona and see these things live in person one day. If you're sitting at home, you ain't been to Daytona before, this is what it's all about.
4 laps of racing to go at Daytona.
Todd Bodine, the 30 truck, the 60 truck of Jack Sprague. Are they planning? Are their crew chiefs getting together to formulate a plan to try to get by that Ford of Mark Martin?
5 trucks have broken away. Mike Skinner looked to the inside but got back in line. Now we see Jack Sprague trying to make the move on the low side. Sprague trying to take over second for Todd Bodine.
See if Ted Musgrave can go with him. Oh, no. He's getting sideways.
There goes Jack Sprague. He moves up the track. He saves it. Amazing save for Jack Sprague.
Coming hard here, coming outside.
What a save, but he's going to lose so much momentum.
Just got put it into the wall by the 77 truck.
Brendan Gaughan getting pushed sideways down the tri-oval. That brings out our 4th caution.
We've got trucks flying down pit road.
But as long as they decrease their speed as they travel down pit road,
we could have won this thing.
You heard the dejection on Brendan Gaughan's. You heard his voice. He said, we could have won this thing.
We're off for 2 laps of racing to see who can pull it off.
Mark Martin just in front of Todd Bodine, but will he be able to stay there? We've got Toyotas packed up behind Todd Bodine. A problem at the start-finish line. Spinning around, Rick Crawford. Actually, Crawford not involved in that. It's Ron Hornaday in the 33.
Caution is out. Keep digging.
Caution has come back out again.
They only give us 1 shot at a green and white checker. I would think that means
the race is over.
This race is over, and Mark Martin will win this race.
They're going to get the white and the caution this time by. I think I ought to give him a call and see what he thinks.
Let's find out.
Hey, Mark, it's Mike in the speed booth. It all worked out wonderfully.
Hey, I've messed this up before. This race isn't over yet, guys.
Okay, I'll help you through it. I watched you mess it up that day. You come by and get this flag, and now don't go into pits next time either. You got to get it one more time, all right, bud?
Hey, Michael, stay here with me and make sure I don't mess it up, pal. Hey, how about this Scott's Ford F-150? Man, she's spectacular. Kind of made it easy on me there at the end without having to fight for it.
What Mark was talking about at Bristol in a bush race a number of years ago.
Line, buddy.
When they came down for the checker flag, he pulled down pit road, lost that race, gave it to David Green driving for Bobby Labonte, and Mark said that was the dumbest thing he had ever done in his entire life.
He drove straight to victory lane, but it wasn't time to go there yet, Rick.
This isn't exactly the way Mark Martin wanted to win his 2nd ever NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race, but he's going to take it. As Mark Martin makes his way through the tri-oval, he will win the GM Flex Fuel 250.
Molly won truck race now. Molly won it. After run second. Thanks, Mark.
Martin trying to lose the draft of the two trucks behind him, but here comes Todd Bodine and Ted Musgrave. They've closed the gap as they go through 3 and 4.
Todd's trying to get up on his back, get him loose. Didn't quite do it that corner. One more time.
This time by the white flag flies. Mark Martin, 2 miles to go to have back-to-back victories in 06.
Don't forget teammates running second and third, the 30 of Todd Bodine, the 9 of Ted Musgrave. Let's see if Todd can drive up in the center of the corner.
A good run through 2. Down the back stretch they go.
Digging, you're pulling on him now. He's 1 back. You're pulling him 1.5 back.
That's spotter Bobby Hudson giving Mark all the information he needs.
Mark Martin with a truck and a half length between himself and Todd Bodine. Makes his way through 3 and 4. The left tire's on the inside of the white line. As he comes out of 4, he will see the checkered flag and win the Racetickets.com 200, presented on speed by KFC. Who's the cat in the hat pulling for right now? Is it Mark Martin, his veteran driver, on the way out of the Cup Series and into the Truck Series? Or is it Carl Edwards, who's made his way through the field into second?
There's Kyle Busch. He makes his way by the 75 of Eric Almirola. That puts him into the 10th spot. Now Eric Almirola, the 75 is 11th. He's battling side by side with the 11 truck of David Starr. He loses another spot. That puts David Starr up to 11th and Almirola back to 12th. 2 laps to go.
Mark Martin picking off the slower lap traffic. That's Steve Park. He just put another lap down. And so Mark Martin on cruise control as he goes down the back stretch. This next time by, he will see the white flag. 1 mile to go for Mark Martin at Dover.
And this will be another one of the racetracks like California that Mark Martin has won in all 3 of the major divisions of NASCAR. Nextel Cup, Busch Series, and Truck Series. He did it again.
Mark Martin in the Scots, number 6-4, works his way down the backstretch. Carl Edwards, his closest competitor, 3.5 seconds back. Mark Martin works through 3 and 4. He's won 4 times in the Cup Series at this track, once in the Busch Series, and now Mark Martin wins in the Truck Series at Dover.
I didn't really run it there with that.
This is actually the legitimate restart. This is not a green-white checker attempt here.
But if he makes it back one time, the race is history. It looks like he's going to do a pretty good job of pulling that off.
Kyle Busch jumped to the outside. He's on the outside of Mike Skinner. But meanwhile, Mark Martin.
Mark Martin comes out of turn number 4. The white flag. A half a mile to go for Mark Martin. Looking for his 4th win of 2006. Problems in turn 3 and 4. The caution has not come out. They're going to continue to race. As the truck almost comes back up on the racetrack, it will be Mark Martin claiming victory in Bristol.
Checkered flag right there. You got it, buddy.
Boy, Mark went high down there in 3 and 4, and I thought maybe it might open the door for Tom O'Neill, but meanwhile, went number 4, Rick.
Coming down for the white flag, Mike Wallace thinks he's got something for Mark Martin. Where's he going to make his move?
He's going to flare up high and hope Johnny goes with him. He doesn't have anything to lose, Phil. He ain't racing. He isn't racing for points. He's going to try to get that gecko ahead of that Scott's truck.
Flag.
Through the tri-oval, across the start-finish line, 1 lap to go at Talladega.
Todd Bodine came across the line in 14th spot. Restarted in 27th, already up to 14th, and he's fanning out to the outside now.
Here comes Mike Skinner in the second line. Johnny Benson moves up. Skinner moves up higher. Mark Martin is going to try to block as they go down the backstretch.
Look at Todd Bodine right out against the wall.
Todd Bodine moved up. He made it into the top 10. He's running 3 wide.
Whoa, there they go.
There they go. Mike Wallace into the wall. And Derek Cope gets almost upside down into the wall. The caution is going to come out. The checkered is going to fly. Mark Martin out in front of the field as they come out of turn number 4. And Mark Martin will win at Talladega.
Yeah, the caution flag is out. It doesn't matter if Mike Skinner drives by him or not. This race is over, and Mark Martin has won again.
Wow.
Who's running 3rd. Well, you know, it doesn't kill you to spin out here, obviously. Bill Lester has fallen back to 11th place. Michael, who had a terrible night, he's sitting down there in 16th place. So this racetrack is a little more forgiving than I'd give it credit for.
Tonight, only 4 cautions have come out.
Mark Martin is on cruise control right now. He's got about a 2.5-second lead on Brendan Gaughan, but what a great job for Brendan Gaughan. He told us how excited he was about 2007, and what a great way to head off into the wintertime with a terrific run here at Homestead and a second-place finish. It looks like he's going to hang in there for a second-place finish.
And a couple weeks back, they decided to shake the team up a little bit. They changed crew chiefs, and obviously they're going in the right direction, because tonight a big improvement for the South Point Dodge of Brendan Gaughan as they run second, and we're running up front and leading this race for quite a few laps.
Look what a crew chief will do for you. Look what Rick Reardon did for Johnny Benson. And you get the right chemistry, get the right crew chief with the driver, you can do what Brendan did tonight. You got there and have a good night.
The final lap for Mark Martin at Scott's Ford, number 6, making his way down the backstretch,
and the final lap in a Roush truck for Mark Martin.
The final lap of 2006.
Putting the bookend on the season, Mark Martin won in Daytona, and now as he comes out of turn number 4, he will win the final race of the season. The Ford 200 goes to Mark Martin.
Although Martin won 6 of 14 Truck Series races that he entered in 2006, Martin only started 8 more races in the series through 2011. However, his appearances in the series bolstered his status as a legend.